Okay, here's a first. This is going to be an actual driving meditation that I do with you. So you can actually play this while you're driving in your car. So you can see what I mean by driving meditation. Okay, so I'm probably going to be a little late for my doctor appointment. And so I have a choice to make right in this moment, how I want to feel about being late. All right, we're on a dirt road, so. All right, so here's the thing. Emotions are just reactions to thoughts. They aren't standalone things. And I've said this before, but emotions come up, not always. But sometimes emotions are intuitive messages from your intuitive heart, okay? But other times we react to thoughts we're having in our head, and we can give ourselves anxiety. So right now I'm going to be late for an important doctor's appointment. So I can choose to stress out for the next 45 minutes. Or I can say, you know what, it's raining. I'm not on pain and medication. And I keep my pain lower by relaxing my mind. And so that's what I'm going to do. When I meditate while I drive, though, I don't close my eyes, of course, and I don't put myself in la-la land, all right? So the way I use a driving meditation, so back to when people were like dwelling in caves and when people were prey, hunted by larger animals and things like that, we were lower down on the food chain. The fight, flight, freeze response was very important. You know, our autonomic nervous system took us from parasympathetic mode, which is where we're supposed to be most of the time, rest and digest, into sympathetic mode, fight, flight, freeze, so that we could, you know, run away from something that was trying to get us, fight it, or not move so that it didn't see us, just like we're little bunnies about to get eaten by, you know, a hawk looking for movement. Okay, so now we accidentally put ourselves in fight, flight, and freeze because we're going to be late to a doctor's appointment. I feel every turn, I feel every corner. So we put ourselves into fight, flight, or freeze all the time. We put our autonomic nervous system into the same mode that it was in. We were being chased by something that was trying to eat us. Okay? So, there's no need for that. So now, we're evolving. And I want to use my reptilian brain in a different way. So I retrain my R brain, which is in the back of my head. I retrain my R brain. Hey, buddy, tell me when I'm putting myself in panic mode for no reason. Tell me when. It'll tell you. It loves jobs. Okay? So now, I'm making this choice right this moment. Right now I'm going to make the choice to put my autonomic nervous system
turn right onto South Main Street
in parasympathetic mode. And we don't need to go any deeper than that, okay? I think of sympathetic mode means, like, think of somebody's stressed or somebody's stressed out or scared, whatever. You're going to feel sympathy for them. You're going to feel sorry for them. You feel sympathetic toward them. So, sympathetic mode of that system. I was going to pretend I have road rage right now because I thought that'd be funny, but it wouldn't be funny. Oh. So, I'm making a choice to put my body in sympathetic mode. Thank you. Rather than allowing it to automatically go into sympathetic mode, fight, flight, or freeze. Oh my God, I'm going to be late. Doctor's going to hate me. They're going to get so mad. I don't know. I'm choosing the parasympathetic mode. And when I first started realizing that I could choose this and do this, all that I could manage to do was to just say over and over, like a mantra, parasympathetic mode, parasympathetic mode. So you can do that. Feel free to just go parasympathetic mode. That's all I could really do. Okay. So now, back then, when we were lower on the food chain, also, we had better senses, like our ability to smell, see, hear, taste, touch. Everything was more acute. But those things have gotten deadened over the years because we don't really need those senses to be so acute. We don't need to be so aware. Because I'm in my car, there's no bears that can get me in here. I can just drive away. And whatever. So, I already know what food I can eat, what food I can't, so I don't need to smell for anything that might be poisonous. So what's happened is our five senses have not been used as much as they were. Now, those five senses, that's why when we're in nature, when we're going for a hike, and you're feeling more, and you're smelling more, and you're seeing these bright, beautiful colors that are really meant for you to see. If you think about the earth and you think about nature as like this beautiful painting, this beautiful tapestry of color, and all this stuff is created for me. That same thing is true of the iPad. I mean, those games that you can get sucked into for hours and hours, that's all created for you too. But there's a big difference between when you're out in nature, your senses, your five senses automatically sort of like turn on. And like, oh, you can smell the dirt, you can smell pine needles. Sorry to be rubbing this in your face if you live in the city. But I can get you a doTERRA oil for that so that you can smell pine needles at least. So by rehabbing our senses, by rehabilitating our senses, we're coming back to ourselves. We're more involved in the world. We're more mindful. And when we're more mindful, things sort of slow down. And when things slow down, we automatically, not when they slow down when horrible tragedies happening, when that happens, it's a whole different ballgame. Then you're really in the sympathetic fight, flight, or freeze. What I'm talking about is when we make a choice to stay in the parasympathetic mode. We choose to stay there. We choose to slow our breathing, relax our mind, calm down the amygdala in our brain, which is what tapping does, the EFT, that's why you tapping. Calms the amygdala to say, everything's fine. You don't need to go into fight, flight, or freeze. Okay, so as I'm driving, I haven't started doing the meditation yet, I'm just talking. As I drive though, I'm gonna rehab my senses, but I'm gonna do everything deliberately. Not slowly like you would in meditation, but, the most efficient, All right, so I'm driving, I've decided I'm gonna do a driving meditation. I've chosen that I've chosen now to keep myself, keep my physical body, I'm putting my physical body into the parasympathetic mode. So I'm still aware that I'm going to be late. I'm still aware that it's raining. I'm still aware that I'm passing a cop. I'm still aware that things are happening that are beyond my control, things that are less than ideal. I'm aware of all these less than ideal situations in my life, but I've chosen to use this opportunity to grow myself, to become more spiritual, to put into practice all the things I try and teach people. I've chosen, now there's a truck cutting me off, and I've chosen to let him cut me off. I allow that. I allow that truck to cut me off. He was just pulled over by a cop. Maybe me being late, maybe that could have been me that was pulled over. All right, I don't need to get that far down the rabbit hole there. But I just allow. I allow that truck. And now I'm yawning, so something's clearing. So I just allow myself to experience what I'm experiencing. There's a slight traffic jam. We're going very slow. There's a police officer behind me. Now, as I acknowledge the police officer behind me and the traffic jam, I'm going to just pay attention to what's happening inside my body.
Take exit 15 onto US 60 East and Court.
What's happening inside my body? Oh, geez, this is not the way I wanted to go. What's happening inside my body is that my heart rate has gone up a little bit. And I notice that. Okay, my body's telling me something. That doesn't mean I have to allow it to stay elevated. I can say, thank you, body. I understand. You raised my heart rate thinking that you're helping. But now I'm going to deliberately and mindfully lower it. And as I do, I sink. It's like I'm sinking down, so I'm grounding. And as I sink down and I ground, now there's more yawning, which means I'm clearing more. But as I sink down and I ground, I'm actually sinking into more power. When my body elevates my heart rate, says, oh, I'm not safe. Oh, something bad's happening, or is going to happen, or could happen. My body's just getting ready for something. I say, thank you, body. Thank you. I know exactly what you're doing, and you're doing a wonderful job raising my heart rate, but we don't need that right now. I love you very much. Put my heart rate back down to the resting digest. And now all I'm doing now is I'm feeling my heart rate go down as I look at the green trees, as I look at the green Subaru that I'm about to pass. I look at a big truck. I see his brake lights. I'm just noticing what I notice without hyper-focusing on any one thing. I'm scanning. And as I scan, and I see a blue truck, and I see a red car, and I see a yellow truck, as I'm scanning, I'm still watching my body for signs of my blood pressure, my heart rate going up. And it's going up. So now I'm tapping and yawning again. Tapping and yawning, tapping and yawning. And I'm deliberately bringing my heart rate down. I'm deliberately pushing my heart rate down. As I push my heart rate down, I thank my body. I give gratitude to my body for its functioning properly, appropriately. And now there's someone that won't let me over. Okay, so now there's a new situation that's happening that I can use. Someone that won't let me over, but I got over. I'm sure that person's angry with me. But I have to get off the highway soon. And I had plenty of room. So now I'm aware of that person's anger towards me, which used to be a huge trigger for me in the olden days. but I'm going to allow that person's anger towards me, and I'm going to just allow the situation to unfold the way it's unfolding. I'm just going to keep tapping on my chest, allowing that person to handle their anger, allowing that person to have their frustration with me. I'm not going to get mad at them for getting mad at me. That's what I used to do. I used to get mad at them for getting mad at me. Okay.
In 3.4 miles, turn right onto Maple Tree Hill Road.
And now they're not behind me anymore, which before would have given me relief, okay? Would have said to me, oh good, they're not behind me. That, D-bag's not behind me anymore, whatever. But now, they're not behind me anymore. I noticed that old pattern belief of relief that they're not behind me anymore, which points to judgment. It means that I judged that person before. I would have in the old days. It was bad that they were behind me, and it was good that they were not behind me. So now I'm yawning again. I'm clearing an old pattern that I recognize as judgment. And if you haven't watched many of my videos, then you don't know what I'm talking about. And that I follow the Tao. And I need to do a more adequate video about attachment and judgment, but I mean, it is just such a rich subject. You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe. I could talk for days on attachment and judgment separately. Okay, but when I judge something as good, it needs to stay good. So I cause myself pain through the resistance of change, which change is the only constant. And obviously, if I judge something as bad, it's causing me pain right then and there. Okay. So now I'm aware that I made a wrong turn. I'm going to be even later now. Okay, so that is, my body has the pattern now that it says, okay, I've already set the intention that I know I'm going to be late, but I do not want to go into fight, flight, or freeze. So at this moment, even though I made a wrong turn, and now I'm going to be 15 minutes later, and now there's judgment probably coming from at least 2 of you that are watching this, like, why are you doing a video while you're driving? The truth is, I don't know why I'm doing a video while I'm driving. I just do whatever I feel like I'm supposed to do. So maybe this helps someone. So I've already set the pattern of, yes, I'm going to be late. Yes, it could be stressful. But body, please do not go into fight, flight, or freeze. So even though I'm going to be, as soon as it dropped into my awareness that now I'm going to be 15 minutes later, my body said to me, basically, kind of in words, my body said to me, okay, so you're going to be 15 minutes later, but you don't want me to go into fight, flight, or freeze anymore, right? And then I confirmed that. Yes, that's correct. I don't. Okay, so in my spirit-directed life, so I am my spirit, and I'm living a spirit-directed life. I've decided, I put my spirit in charge, but I work with my body. I work with my ego. I work with the pain. So my body, there's a lot going on with the body, but I am not my body. I'm my spirit, all right? So I have a body, but I'm not my body. I have a mind.
In 1 mile,
I have an ego, but I'm not those things. Because my mind will bring up rational arguments. Why not to do videos? Why not to write a book? Why not to, do all these things? But my spirit says, no, this is what we're doing. Get up, it's 3:30 in the morning, go downstairs and write about this, write about that. So I allow my spirit to tell me what to do. My mind will be used for my mind. I make a distinction between my mind and my ego mind, all right? My mind is like a computer database that remembers everything, says, oh, remember when we went down that way the last time there was traffic, so maybe we shouldn't take that way, right? So those are logical arguments. My ego mind, that's a whole different thing. Okay, but I have all these parts. I am, that's why I put, whenever I write I am in all capitals is I am, that's my spirit. I kind of stole that from Wayne Dyer. And he has an I am meditation that you can do for free on YouTube, which is great. I highly recommend that. Wayne Dyer, I am meditation. So when I say I am in capitals, I'm talking about my spirit. Put my spirit in charge of my life. All right? Now my spirit's in charge, but I have all these other cool things that I work with in my life. So I have a body, I have a mind, I have an ego mind. All right? I have all these things. I put my spirit in charge of all these things. My spirit's the manager. My spirit manages. So my body, it's doing its best job when it gives me pain. So as I said, I had surgery. Now is 15 days ago today. All right, so 15 days ago today, and I have a cut that goes from one hip to the other hip. I'll be talking about my. I'll be talking about my surgery during. I'm going to do a video about my beauty campaign, and I'll be talking about it there. But so I am right now, because I'm not allowed, because I cannot take any painkillers because I have to drive my father around and I have to drive myself around. I am not allowed to take any painkillers. So now my fuel level is low. Okay, so that's what's happening now. I'm on all these back roads where there's no gas stations. And my fuel level's low and it's raining. And my body's asking me if it wants me to let my heart rate go up. And it's like, it's sort of raised it a little bit, like, do you want this? Is this helpful? And I'm telling it right now, no, it's not. Thanks for asking. I love you. Put my heart rate back down, because that is not going to help me find a gas station. My body's like, all right. Now I'm yawning again. Now I'm clearing an old pattern. I'm just going to tap, clear it out. I'm noticing a beautiful stone wall. I know there's a car behind me. I go back to, in flying we call it situational awareness. Situational awareness means you know what's happening around you. Now, I don't just exercise situational awareness. I enjoy situational awareness. There's a huge difference when you do something, you just do it, from when you enjoy it. Okay, when I'm dead, I'm not going to need situational awareness. I only need situational awareness when I have a physical human life that I need to take care of, that I need to keep healthy, keep nurtured, take care of. So I'm going to enjoy my situational awareness. I see this fence, that's lovely, it's very interesting. The rain, there's a car behind me. So another thing you could do, so I'm using my senses. I'm rehabilitating my senses right now. I notice a little tension in my left arm. I'm going to let that go. A little tension in my right arm. I'm going to let that go. Okay, so I'm scanning my body, and I'm scanning what I'm looking at. All these roads, millions and millions of back roads, fuel level low. That's what's going on. All these things are happening. There's garbage on the side of the road, which I could have a judgment about. And I could tell myself a whole big long story about why would someone throw garbage there. So I watched that. I watched my mind say, would you like me to entertain you with a story about how bad the person is that threw that bag on the side of the road? And I say, no, I put my spirit in charge. My spirit says, no, thank you, mind. I don't want to enjoy a story about some D-bag that threw garbage on the side of the road, but thank you anyway. I'd rather rehabilitate my senses right now. Okay. There's a little squirrel hopping across. He made it. I'm just exhaling out, blowing out all the stuff that I'm processing, everything that I'm processing out, everything that I'm witness to, everything that I'm witness to, every single thing, including my fuel level low light, all these things that I'm witness to are opportunities for me to become more mindful, more calm, more patient, more present. The more present I can be, and the less judgment that I can hold, the more present I can be, the less judgment I have, the less pain I create for myself through resistance. And I can just allow things to unfold as they will. I can just allow my life to unfold as it does. I see a beautiful white farmhouse. My mind says, would you like me to entertain you with a story about what if you lived in that white farmhouse? You always wanted a farmhouse since you were a little girl. Would you like me to entertain you with stories about what it might be like? Then I can choose to or not to. And right now, I'm going to say no. But often I would say, yes, please. If I lived there, I would plant hydrangea bushes, and I would plant like a climbing hydrangea, and I would put a little pond in, maybe with koi fish, and have a little bridge. Okay, so things like that. Now I see somebody decorated the crap out of one of their trees, and it's extremely a judgment, tacky, right? So I'm seeing that judgment. I'm watching that my mind enjoys calling that person's decorating job tacky. Okay, so the judgment, if I let it stay as a judgment, as tacky, with the Tao that I follow, that's a judgment, which, remember, judgment is always going to cause me pain. This is going in my book. It's going to be much more easy to understand in the book. Okay, but when I look at judgment through the eyes of the law of attraction, so the law of attraction is just like gravity. When I look at it through the law of attraction, okay, I don't call it judgment anymore. I call it contrast. When I call it contrast, it takes the judgment away and it neutralizes, thereby decreasing any pain that I would create for myself through resistance. Because if I say, ew, that's tacky, that's a negative judgment. It says, ew, that's causing me pain through the judgment. Not a lot of pain, not a lot, but some. And the people who can deal with my videos, especially videos like this, that would be insanely boring to like 90% of the masses, but those of you that can like handle this video and what I'm actually talking about, you guys are starting to understand like the tiniest like nuances and understanding how even the slightest changes can change your life. So when I look at that tree and I say, holy shit, how tacky that is. All right, it's a negative judgment, causes me pain through the judgment of something being ugly. But same tree, if I look at it and I enjoy the contrast and I say, wow, that person decorated their tree so that I could enjoy the contrast, and they're showing me, see this? You don't want this. You don't want to decorate any of your trees in your yard like this, because this is what it would look like. Now, it's not contrast any. It's just a contrast. contrast between what I want and what I don't want. Let's say I see a woman who is wearing, let's say I think it'd be funny to, God, how can I, all right, let's say I think it would be funny to wear an ugly Christmas sweater. So I dress up once a year at my friend's Christmas party. Once a year I dress up, all right? Now, I don't wear makeup, whatever. This once a year I wear makeup and I dress up. Now, what if I think, it could be funny if I wear an ugly Christmas sweater. That might be hilarious. And then I see someone wearing an ugly Christmas sweater with, you know, like the whole Ugg out thing, right? And then I see these fucking kick-ass, knee-high velvet boots that have like fucking red and green flowers on them, like roses that are like gorgeous, and they're like $280 boots for like, and they're on sale, and then it's like 50% off that sale, and now I can get $280 boots for $30, and they're velvet knee-high boots, and I can see myself wearing those, you know, and I have enough clothes in my closet to pick out, you know, to wear a black skirt with a black sweater or something like that, or, you know, a Christmassy thing. With those freaking boots that I'm like, oh my God, those boots make me so happy. Now, there's a contrast there. That one time a year that I dress up, I can either wear the hideous, hilarious Christmas sweater that's going to be funny, or I can wear those boots that I'm like, wow, I love those things, right? So there's a contrast, which it's just a choice. There's no wrong way to go. There's just no wrong way to go. If I show up looking fly, that tells you how old I am, you know, in those boots, neat. I'll probably get a few compliments. If I show up wearing that sweater, you know, that's not going to shock anybody either. People are going to be like, oh my God, dude, that sweater's awesome. That's hilarious. You know, thanks for that. Right? Either way is good. Neither one is a judgment. And that's what, if you can start living your life in a way that it's like, that tree's not ugly. That's just part of the contrast. They're showing me what I don't want. Okay. There's just, if you can look at it like either way is good. I love to see what people do. I don't like when people are mean to each other. I really don't. And I don't like that so many people are mean that don't realize that they're mean. And it's unfortunate that I've had to stop being friends with people who think that they're funny when they're just mean. But that's okay too. But anyway, so I don't think everything's awesome. In case you're like, oh man, what's her deal? She thinks everything's awesome. No, I enjoy the contrast a lot. I just don't call it, oh, this is bad and that's good. I say, okay, I just enjoy the contrast. And then I say, which choice would be better for me? Right? Maybe don't be friends with someone who's mean but thinks it's funny. You know? All right. Easy. Done. But if you can look at all your choices that way, where it's not like the lesser of two evils, I mean, that is not a way to enjoy your life. Look at your choices as two perfectly valid options. Just look at it as, just as you can see my example, like whether I wear the ugly Christmas sweater and deck myself out in the most hilarious, hideous outfit anyone's ever seen for the one night a year that I dress up, or I wear those kick-ass boots that I'm gonna be like so happy and like probably look at my feet all night. Either way is good, right? I mean, you see that example and you're like, well, clearly, you know, maybe in your head you're like, oh, you should definitely get the boots, or you should definitely do the sweater because that'd be hilarious, or do the sweater a different time, but get those boots now, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, when you listen to me tell you my choice, it's easier for you to be detached from the outcome. It's easier for you to not have a harsh judgment one over the other. Okay, so if you can look at your life and look at other things like that. If somebody looks ugly, if somebody looks ugly, or they're not hurting anybody, but they just look ugly, or they look stupid, or they look whatever, enjoy that person as contrast without judgment. So the judgment hurts you. Be grateful, so when you enjoy the contrast, let that string of gratitude come through, saying, geez, thanks for showing me what it would look like if I did that to my hair, or if I got a nose ring. Thanks for showing me what it would look like if I, acted like that, if I got that drunk. Thanks for showing me what I would look like if I did what you're doing now. Not that their behavior is wrong or bad. No, not judging their behavior. Just allowing it to be part of your contrast. Okay. That's the point. So as you drive through the world, somebody shoved all these candy canes in the front of their yard. So cute. I don't want to do that, but it's so cute that they did. So cute. Love it. And now I have a bus that's let me go ahead of it. So I'm very grateful and happy about that. So now, back to rehabbing my senses. Driving meditation, I feel my hands on the steering wheel. I feel what the steering wheel feels like. It feels a little dirty. It's my husband's car, because mine has a flat tire. It's just been one thing after another, I tell you. And it's been awesome because I don't know what I'm made of until I have to face one thing after another. Okay? So, like I said, I'm supposed to be recuperating. That didn't happen. Everybody got sick. My son was sick, then my daughter was sick, then my dad had a big fall, cracked his shoulder. So I have not been able to take any pain medication at all. I've had to drive when I'm not supposed to be. I have to use my mind to control my pain. But you know what? That's because my plan was to just take sort of a vacation for 2 weeks. That didn't happen. Okay? But whatever squeezes me makes me grow. It's made me grow. I feel every single bump that you can hear. Every bump. Every bump. But all these things, okay, so then I got a flat tire yesterday. I'm forgetting like half the stuff that happened. Like, and then today it's like freezing cold, pouring rain. I've decided to raise my father instead of him being my dad anymore. In my mind, I just flipped it. He's my kid, and I'm raising him now. I'm making his doctor's appointments. I'm dragging his ass around where I know he needs to be. I'm not asking anymore. I'm saying, Dad, you're gonna be in the car by 8 a.m. tomorrow because we're going to this doctor. So I've decided to raise my father. I'm 47, he's 73, but I've decided that I'm gonna be, I'm raising him from now on. And it feels like a good choice. It feels like a very good choice for everyone. It feels like it's a choice in the highest, best interest of all. Oh, I wish I could let this blue car go, but I can't. Because they'll get killed.
Continue straight on, then use the right 2 lanes to turn onto Derby Avenue.
Anyway. Enjoy the silence for a moment. Now I'm going to notice my stomach, and I say this a lot. Where's my stomach? Is it up a little? Yes, it is. That means I'm not grounded. So I'm just going to push my stomach down. I'm going to tell my stomach to I'm just going to tell my stomach to relax. Relax. Let my stomach drop down. Let myself ground into the seat. I'm paying attention to everything around me, situational awareness, but I'm enjoying it at the same time. There's a truck with, you cannot believe what is in the back of this truck right now. There's a bicycle. I don't even know. There's like some kind of stove. Just parts of just random stuff. Oh, there's more. There's lots of bikes actually. It's a little old man driving it. Alright, I'm supposed to be at my appointment right now, but that's just the way it is. So I'm searching my body now. Where's my heart rate? I'm noticing my body for signs of being in sympathetic mode. And again, I could take a wave of ocean. So I love the ocean. I could just take a wave of ocean water and wash it through the center of my forehead, right through my center of my forehead, wash my whole body, and just say parasympathetic mode, parasympathetic mode, parasympathetic mode. I just wash. I love ocean. I love the ocean. The ocean loves me. I love the ocean. I'm just using ocean water, just letting it wash right through my freaking forehead, through my entire body, and through my surgical site, and through my stitches. That salty water that heals. Everything just healing. I'm just gonna wash it through, but I'm driving. I'm consciously aware that I'm driving. So I'm just gonna heal myself in a very conscious way. And actually, I'm going to imagine all of you, everyone in the well, this is a video on Facebook that anybody can do, but anyone in my meditation, whoever's in my meditation group, because some people are paid to be in a meditation group, I'm going to just do a healing on you even though it's the middle of the day, because I owe you one from last night, because I'll tell you what happened, but I'm just going to wash us all through. Everybody's getting washed through with, but I'm keeping a boundary that you don't get usually I do it at night so in case you're asleep. But I'm washing through us all and clearing with the intention that you stay wide awake, that you get even more clear, your mind gets more clear, rather than like if you were getting a healing and you just want to close your eyes and stuff. So washing through us all, washing through everybody, washing. Now, I'm going to say this, but I'm pulling this energy through. I deeply and completely love and accept myself, but I'm doing this for all of us. We're all getting this beautiful ocean water. Maybe we could do it like a Caribbean teal, but that salty water that heals everything. So it's coming through our faces and washing through our entire bodies while I stay aware. So as I wash through our bodies and I wash away any stress and anxiety, I'm washing away anything that's distracting you. Anyone who's in the meditation group. I'm washing away from any possibilities of distraction. To make your mind more clear. Maybe you're at work right now. I'm washing through your lower abdomen because I'm connecting to all these people and their stomachs are all too high right now. I'm relaxing. I'm letting the ocean water just wash through and push down our stomachs, cleaning out our stomachs, cleaning our brains, our minds of any distraction, becoming more alert, more focused, but in a very patient, calm way, easy, in a very easy way. I'm letting the ocean water, I'm letting the earth, the ocean water, heal us with her salt water, healing all your open cuts and scrapes, any paper cuts you might have, healing my surgical scars, And any surgical scars you may have, maybe you have cancer, maybe you have some kind of disease, I'm allowing that ocean water to just wash through and just help and clear the bodies. Clear your bodies, anything that's not serving, anything the body would like to get rid of, any stress, any tension, healing, closing any surgical scars, cuts, scrapes, bruises, what have you. Deeply and completely loving and accepting yourself. And I want you to feel that ease. Easy to love myself, that ease. Oh, the ease of loving yourself. The ease of loving your life. God, I love my life. Maybe you don't believe in God, but whatever name you give to God. So somebody, you're clearing. Oh, that ease. With every wash through, your life becomes easier and easier and easier. With also more clarity. Good. Clearing our resistance and old stagnant energy. Clearing any obstacles to you loving yourself. And I'm also not giving a shit who's wondering what I'm doing with my hand. These people can see me as I drive.
3.5 miles.
Doing a healing on 43 people. What's it to you? I don't know. I don't know how many of you people that there are. Oh, just washing through. Feeling the stomachs again now. Stomachs are a little up and forward, so I'm going to set them back and down, back and down. Deeply and completely love and accept myself. Washing through, back and down. As I pay attention, I see red leaves, I see a sign, rehabilitating my senses. If I get bored with sight, or if I want to rehab my other senses, I can just sniff. But I'm doing a healing right now, but you can go ahead if you're listening. Just sniff your hand. See what you smell. You smell soap? Don't do this if you're in heavy traffic. Just pay attention to your traffic. Sniff your hand. I smell soap. I smell the place I was with my dad where he got his x-rays. And then just pick up the front of your shirt and sniff in your shirt. Little tapping. Never heard anybody tapping my chest. What do you hear? Besides my voice, what do you hear? Oh, how much do you love yourself? Think about how much do you love yourself? How much? Could you love yourself more? And don't give yourself reasons to love yourself, because that's judgment. I love myself because I go to church every Sunday. I love myself because I take care of old people. I love myself because No. Nope. I don't allow those. Those are not allowed. Do you love yourself? Do you just love yourself? Just love yourself. Whether you do nothing for the rest of your life, sit on your couch. Just love yourself. You don't have to love yourself because. When you love yourself because, that's a judgment. That is not helpful. We need a judgment video. If you love yourself because you're actually hurting yourself in some way, even though that sounds wrong. Deeply and completely love and accept myself. Just because. You should. I love you, and I don't even know you. If I can love you and not even know you, well, I know you, Lisa. And Ellen. I don't know if anybody else is going to make it to the end of this freaking video, but this is how you do a driving meditation. Stay alert, look around, rehabilitate your senses. And now, another thing you can do, put your right hand over your heart if you can. Just breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. That's a Thich Nhat Hanh thing. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Note the pause. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Now ask your heart sincerely, is there anything you want me to know? Is there anything you want to tell me? What do you want to tell me? I love you. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Period. That's where the sentence ends. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Is there anything that my intuitive heart wants me to know right now? Where's your stomach? Is it up? Is it down? Is it forward? Your stomach should be down and pressed back in a comfortable position, ready to let life come toward it rather than trying to beat it, rather than trying to get to life faster, rather than trying to get there faster. Your stomach needs to be down and back in a very comfortable position, not smashed against your backbone, but just back enough to where it allows life to come open towards it, allowing divine timing to bring you things in due time, allowing my life to bring me to the doctor at the right and perfect time. I'm late. Yes, I am. But I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. The truth is, I'm late. But I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm going to be late, or I am late, to my doctor's appointment, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Top of the head. I'm late. Inside eyebrows. I'm late. Sides of the temples. I'm late. Yawning. Under the eyes. I'm late.
Proceed to the roots.
Between the nose and upper lip. I'm late. Between the bottom lip and the chin. I'm late. Chest. I'm late. Under armpits, I'm late. And then my last. I am late. I'm breathing in. Close my intuitive part one second. I love you, love you, love you. Thanks for driving with me. Gotta go in. Bye.